In my previous videos, I have shared a lot of aspects as to how to build a strategy for your business, for your career, for your life, all these things with respect to strategy. But today in this video, I'm going to share something very subtle, and you will know that strategy is not just about planning or creating some roadmap in an Excel file or drawing something like that, but it starts way before, and it starts in a manner that you might even not notice very prominently because it's very subtle. So let's dive into it. Most people think strategy is just about planning. It's not. It starts with something way more subtle. It starts with the kind of words you choose knowingly or unknowingly. Because your brain does not respond to the reality or what's happening around because it cannot perceive it till the time you feed that information. So it processes the language you feed to it. So think of it like a software. The data that you feed, it processes accordingly. So depending on what kind of words you are choosing to feed to your brain, it actually processes accordingly and it behaves accordingly. And with this, think about it. If your language is more problem focused, your brain starts behaving in a manner where you feel that your life is full of problems. And if your language is more solution focused, then you will focus on that your life is more about solving problems. So you see two different approach, but the approach comes depending on the data you feed to your brain and how it processes, because the output always depends on the input. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in a very simplistic manner in your practical everyday to day life. Now, let's dive in a bit deeper and let's understand that every sentence, every words, any kind of things that you say, it has only two things. That is, it either closes an opportunity or it opens up opportunity. Like it behaves in a manner that your brain either shuts down or it starts to look for solutions or answers. Most people unknowingly train their brain to shut down, but strategic people know how to actually utilize it and tune it in a manner to find the solutions and to find the answers. Now, let's take one of the most common statements that people unknowingly just blurt out. Okay, why is this happening to me? Any kind of situation, right? Why is this happening to me? मेरे साथ ये क्यों हो रहा है? So it's like, it sounds very harmless. Okay, you are analyzing why is this happening to me? Well, it's not actually, because what is happening is your brain is going into a shutdown mode and you are going into a problem mode where you feel like, oh my God, there is no solution. Everything is happening to me and you just shut down. There is no solution. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. So this kind of question actually tricks your brain to focus on the failure, the problems, the challenges in your life, looking for something to blame, past pain in your life, just focusing on everything that has gone bad. So instead of this, how about you consciously just tune your brain, use the statement, what can I do right now? So when you shift this thought, when you say this statement, instead of the previous one, think that it's opening up possibilities, it's opening up opportunities. So now your brain is searching and looking for what could be the possible solution right now. What can you do? Maybe you will not be able to solve the big problem, but what can you do right now? So instead of you going into a mode of blame, failure, pain, etc., which is a typical unconscious process of yours, pattern of yours, so your brain starts thinking in a manner, what can you do right now? So now your brain switches from analysis to action mode. So let's say another example. You have a deadline and you missed a deadline. So why did I miss the deadline? Why does this happen to me? So instead of that, maybe you can say, how can I quickly recover this? What can I do instead of this to, recover this time loss or whatever the situation loss is? What can I do right now? So you'll see the way you approach it, the way the words you choose, your tonality inside your brain also changes. So what happens? You automatically starts looking for solution consciously and subconsciously. Now, the moment you say this word, particularly whatever the situation is, when you say I can't do this, or I can't think of something else, I can't imagine this or that, whatever it is, when you say I can't, that's it. That's a full stop. Your brain just shuts down. Nothing after that happens. So let's say if you're in a situation where you want to find a solution and just simply replace it with, how can I do this? How can I find time? How can I find the money? How can I solve this? So when you say, how can I, it immediately switches on into a solution seeking mode. So what happens? Your entire thought process and of course your body language, your behavior, and you go into an action mode. So everything changes just with this simple shift. Another most common thing, I can't wake up early. So let's say if you want to start exercising, working out, etc., and getting up early has been a huge challenge for you, first, right now, today itself, think, what is exactly you are talking to yourself? What is the self-talk you are having that is not letting you move ahead? So are you saying constantly, I just can't get up early, I'm not a morning person, मेरे से नहीं होगा, मैं नहीं उठ सकती, मैं नहीं उठ सकता. That's it. So this, you have already shut down your brain. So instead of that, how about you start asking yourself, how can I wake up early? What is the tiny little step, or what is that tiny shift I can do to wake up early tomorrow itself? Or what can I do so that I don't sleep for long? Or what can I do so that I wake up early? It's as simple as that. So you just shift the question and you see the possibilities all across. Now let's say another example with respect to this. So I have to get up early in the morning to prepare for marathon, let's say. So when you say I have to get up, it feels like a forceful activity. Someone is pressurizing you, it's too much of a burden for you, and you automatically feel that I don't want to do it. Instead of I have to, how about you change it with I get to do it, I choose to do it, or I'm able to wake up in the morning and go for running. So when you shift these words, it becomes more like an opportunity and you are more grateful about it rather than you being forced into something. So a little choice of words also makes a huge shift in whatever you are actually looking forward to. It changes the entire meaning of the statement and it changes how you perceive that situation. Another thing which you can think of it like a rehearsal in your mind. Why rehearsal? Because you go in a constant mode of what if this fails? What if I lose this money? What if I lose this opportunity? What if I lose this? So what if is fine, but what are you saying after what if matters. So instead of that, how about what if I get this deal? What if I get that opportunity? What if I earn this money? What if I... So whatever you are using with what if matters, because what if itself opens up a huge possibility. Now it's in your hands. What do you want to plug in after this what if? Do you want to plug in something that shuts down your brain, your activity, your action, or do you want to strategically add something that actually opens up opportunities and possibilities and you finally see the solution in front of you? Let's say any common day, it does not matter whether you stay in house, whether you have a job, whether you have a business. This all of us have felt, right? So something happens in the morning which is not going by your expectation and you feel like, oh my God, today the whole day is going to go waste. Today the whole day is going to be problematic. Matlab, aaj to ho gaya, right? So instead of that, how about you consciously immediately shift your brain into thinking, okay, hold on, this has happened in the morning, fine. What is that at least one thing that I can do fine today, that I can do just a very simple, good enough activity? So you see the keywords that you're using, simple, one thing, very simply you can do. So you are not exhausting your brain, you're not looking for heavy things to do, but you are tricking your brain that today is not over and I still have time to do at least one thing good. So when you change, when you bring these change consciously into your day-to-day life, you see how subtle it is. Most of it, like 99% of it, you are actually doing it without even consciously knowing about it because everything is happening on an autopilot. So whatever you are saying, you are thinking is actually your brain is taking the data and it's processing. So you are behaving accordingly. But now let's say if you start with just one change a day, if you consciously make this shift with just one word, okay, one statement in a day, you will slowly see that every single day when you compound this one word or one statement, it actually multiplies. So soon you will see this becomes like a conscious process every single day. From one sentence, one word, it goes to multiple statements and multiple words. So soon you will get to a place where you do not even have any kind of self-talk which is actually shutting down all the possibilities that otherwise you can have for any kind of situation, for any kind of challenges or problems that you are facing. So give yourself this self-challenge for the next 24 hours. Let's say just catch yourself, okay, identify or just be aware one word or one statement which you want to shift, which you want to consciously change. And when you grab that, okay, so just pat on your back and then you consciously change it, because what is going to happen, you will remember that this is the first thing I caught and I'm going to change it. I'm going to be conscious about it every single day. This is something you will not forget, because this is something you are consciously imbibing in. You are not on autopilot. So you see how subtle changes make the big changes happen. So when you start modifying these tiny little things in your day-to-day life, because that's how your entire life is shaped, isn't it? What you do in the tiny spaces, situations in every minute and second of your life, that's what build your life after all. Whether it's personal life, business, does not matter, but how you define every single day is what matters to the biggest possibilities out there that you want to achieve. So I hope you implement this, and if you have any questions, you know where to find me. And also, if you have still not read my book, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, it's there on Amazon. It's highly implementation book. So just go ahead, grab your copy today or gift it to somebody who really needs it. Okay? So I will see you soon in the next video. Namaskaram.